What's up everybody, this is Simon. In this video, I am super excited to show you guys the new American Express card. If you've seen my last video, you've seen me do the Amex Art Card where I debuted or showed you guys Mr. Wiley's design. He's a very well-renowned artist. This is one of the two Centurion art cards that American Express has offered, and I opted for this design first because I liked how the flowers looked on the card. American Express recently has sent me a new box with Mr. Koolhaas's card, and we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing, compare the cards, and I'm actually going to do a comparison of all the credit cards, including the original, the new modern design that's updated, Mr. Wiley's card, and Mr. Rem Koolhaas's card, who's a renowned architect. So let's get into the unboxing of this video. Before I do that, the biggest favor you could do for me if you like these type of videos is hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, turn on that notification bell because I want you guys to be able to see these videos. Check out my other Centurion videos on the channel. I've done unboxings and gifts and reviews, etc. So check those out after this video as well. Let's get into this unboxing of the American Express Centurion Art Card by Mr. Koolhaas. Okay guys, so the box came in obviously in another box, and in this box it says Centurion and it has a little pull tab, and as you see I haven't even opened it, so I am going to go ahead and open it right now. Inside this box, I suspect the packaging will be very similar to the other Centurion box that I have unpacked, which featured Mr. Wiley's card. This is a return envelope for sending your card back. We're not going to do that. So I am going to go ahead and now open this up. And it looks like it opens this way. So there is some instructions that have come with it again. And what's in the box? The box contains your new Centurion card reflecting your design choice, either sleek classic black or one of the two Centurion art cards. So as you guys have seen in the past, Mr. Wiley's card, now it's time to go into Mr. Koolhaas's card. Basically, it gives you an idea how to use the QR codes with your phone. It's very similar to any other QR code at a restaurant. Do I need to activate my new card? Yes, you do. What do I do with the old card to dispose it securely? You find that envelope, which we tossed. I usually keep the cards. May I change my card design? And you can change the design. And I was actually able to change the design of the card online on the Amex site by just saying I want a new design of the card. So it's pretty simple. And is there another page? Nope, doesn't look like it. So that's that. That's what's included in here. Let's open this guy up. I love the box design. And here's the QR code. This is it, guys. Inside of here, you have Centurion is more than a card. It's a way of life designed for distinguished members like you, those who break ground and impact the world in meaningful ways. The Centurion card itself celebrates the art of living through one of life's truest luxuries, the luxury of choice. We are excited to present your new card, which reflects your very own design preferences and tastes. We hope this card will bring you a bit of extra joy to the everyday Centurion style. Love it. This is from Mr. Stephen J. Squeary. I hope I said his last name correctly. He's the CEO of American Express, and then you have this embroidered Centurion right there. Really neat. So here is the card, guys. It looks beautiful, okay? So the card itself, very interesting design. I don't think there's much more in this box. It looks like just a replacement design box, unlike the Prada one, which we've seen. So that is it, okay? This card looks stunning, and we compare this card to the floral card. Now you have two of these cards compared here. If you want to also get the original card, which is right here, or the new modern card, I should say, and then the original. So in this comparison, we have the original American Express card, which was heavier. We have the new modern card that came out with the copper engravings. Then we have the floral design card, and we have, this is by Mr. Wiley, the floral design, and then Mr. Koolhaas's architectural design. Very sleek as well, very modern. Personally, comparing the two cards, I would say that Mr. Wiley's card is a little bit more impactful in terms of when you hand it to a customer. I've actually had people tell me that this is a cool card when I've handed to them for payment. They love the design. I think the green really pops out from the black. So this design did get extra additional attention than the original design, where I have used the card. People still know what this is at very expensive stores. However, people have stated that they really like this design and that this design has stood out as a credit card for them. Okay, I haven't used this one yet, as it has arrived recently and it looks very good as well. I think it's going to get a little bit more attention because it's different. There's usually no credit cards out there with designs that I'm aware of. However, just comparing the 3 cards, I should say, that you could get now in a row, you have the original or the new modern, Mr. Wiley's, and Mr. Koolhaas's design. They look stunning. I probably would go with either Mr. Wiley's design or the original design. Something around about this just plain, sleek, modern look to me stands out. Mr. Wiley's design does have a bit of pop to it. Mr. Koolhaas's design here doesn't have that much of a pop, but then it does give you a little bit more of a differentiation from the regular credit cards out there. Now, on the credit card, let's go over it itself. This stands out. So every single line that you guys see on here and all these little blue and yellow squares and triangles and octagons, etc., that pops out. So you could feel every single line. And in fact, this red line right here, you could feel it even more. The blue square, you could feel it more. Member since '05 is engraved, but member since is not. This does pop out a little bit as well. This pops out more here. So this is more subtle. On the new design card, the original non-art card, the Centurion or the American Express logo pops out way more and doesn't even pop out on Mr. Wiley's design. Very interesting. You get more pop out, the most here, more on Mr. Koolhaas's design, where you could feel the helmet. Here you can't feel the helmet at all. You can't feel the letters. You could feel the letters on the original. Could barely feel the letters, maybe not even on Mr. Koolhaas's design. Now guys, comment below. Let me know which of the 3 designs you truly love. Now that you've seen an unboxing and review of pretty much all of these credit cards that I have done on the channel, let me know which one you like the most. Also, if you're looking for a full review on this credit card, check out my other videos, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the video, and let me know what you think of all the features. To remind everyone, if you're first to this video or you're first to the Centurion American Express, there is a $10,000 one-time fee to pay to become a member. That goes into your account, and then a $5,000 annual membership fee to have American Express Centurion credit card. Funny story, someone reached out to me on Instagram recently. Actually, a few people did. One of them used to work with Kylie Jenner with her makeup line, so pretty cool. I talked to that individual and tried to take care of him with the Centurion card. Another member hit me up. He was in a similar business that I was in marketing. He seemed like a very cool guy. I was able to connect him to Centurion, and recently he just texted me and thanked me for helping him get the credit card. He was approved for the Amex Centurion card, and he's a good guy. I congratulate him, and it was cool to see. I love people hitting me up on Instagram and seeing what they do, what they're all about. I don't mind helping someone get a Centurion card or recommending them if I find that individual to be interesting. There have been a lot of people asking. Some people I found to be interesting, and some people I just felt like they came off just to get the card, etc. But the person that finally got a card after contacting me, got approved, he was very grateful, and one day we're planning to meet up and discuss Rolex watches and so forth, so we had a lot of interest. Anyway, check out, by the way, my new Rolex video coming out. I actually got a surprise watch that I got called for during New Year's. I flew back, I got it with the Centurion card, and I was excited to get it. I'll do a review on that shortly. So back to the credit cards. We really have some choices here, guys, and I really do love Mr. Wiley's floral design. I do love the basic, and Mr. Koolhaas's design is also very nice. So now I don't know which one to pick and choose. When you get 2 of these cards and you opt for a different design, they actually don't change your numbers on the credit card. They change the security codes. Here's a disclaimer. Credit cards that I'm showing you here are all voided and canceled. So before this video launches, I usually cancel those numbers so there's no fraud. So please don't worry about me showing them. I wanted you guys to have the full experience of what the Centurion credit cards look like. I didn't want to go ahead and black out numbers with tape and blur them out in the video editing process. this is what you get. This is how it is. Now, one more thing I want to do. I want to weigh these credit cards. I use my trusted scale here. Again, this scale I use to weigh coffee when I make a special roast or something like that. Sounds very cheesy, but it's actually really delicious if you do roast or you do grind and do a pour over of your own coffee. So if you compare the American Express original card to the new card, you will see that the new card weighs a little bit more, and I'm happy about that. I actually wanted Amex to weigh around 26 grams. They did not do that, but let's take a look and see what the original weighed and what the new Amex new design weighs. So here on my trusted scale, the original weighed 14.8 grams, and the Centurion is 17.1 grams, the new design. So that's those two. Now let's take a look to see if the floral cards weigh more. Guys, which one do you think will weigh more? Comment below if you like any of these, okay? So we'll take Mr. Wiley's art card. That's 17 grams, so almost the same, 16.9, just a little bit less than the standard card. And Mr. Koolhaas's card, 16.9. So that's 17. So that's interesting that the standard card weighs just a little bit more than the art cards. You would think that because of the extra design on the art cards, you would have a heavier card. That is not the case, okay? So that is these two cards and the original card. Let's get the scale out of here and let's finally review all three cards that are offered today. Again, for $10,000 plus $5,000 annually. I mean, I'm in love with them. I think, again, the designs or the art designs really speak to different individuals. I find people that are into art or want a bigger flash when they're presenting the credit card are going to opt for Mr. Wiley's design. That green just really pops out and there's nothing like it on the market. Mr. Koolhaas's has a more of a minimal effect. I think it's a more of manly, to be honest with you, than the floral, but it's still a little bit unique, but not too unique where it's too much different than the new design original. Let me know in the comments below which is your favorite. Should American Express do more designs? Do you think American Express should do a heavier card? Because when I did my JP Morgan Reserve review, I should say, on the channel, you could check that out here. That card weighed nearly 28 grams. From what I believe. Now, I did do a weight test video. You could check that one out as well on my channel. But that card was heavier. It felt very robust. And Amex, of course, is about 3 times the normal plastic card, but it doesn't have that heft. And like a gold watch or a nice hefty card, you feel the difference. And I think for these specialty cards, you should be able to feel the difference because this is a rare membership. It's almost like a club. In fact, the individual that reached out to me is part of an exotic car club. He's a co-founder of one, and American Express Centurion is a club of its own. They're starting to do events for Centurion members, which I hope to go to one day. And, you know, I think it's a great club to be in. If you could network with the people in this club, even though they remain very private, I think it's a benefit. Again, this club is very hard to get into. It's probably the hardest credit card to get into today, and I was lucky enough to do it. Member since 05. Times have changed. I haven't changed that much, but I still love these credit cards and I love doing these videos. And if you like seeing them, please do me the biggest favor of hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, commenting below, and turn on the notification bell. I'll check you guys here in the next video. Who knows, maybe we'll do a Centurion meetup review if they'll allow it. That's it. That's the 3 cards. I've done it. I've done it, guys. Give me credit. Catch you guys here in the next video.